Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? How's it going? Everybody enjoying their October so far? Made a special little trip to Spirit Halloween today to pick up a mask. And I just thought I'd talk about it real quick. I'm wearing, of course, my Myers 5 shirt. Me personally, I like the Thorn trilogy. I like 4, 5, and 6. I do. I'm like one of those dudes. I like 4, 5, and 6. I know they're terrible and they're goofy and they don't really definitely not as good as 1, 2. Everybody's debatable, on that one, but I like 4, 5, and 6. I do. For their, own unique reasons. Just me personally, I would say 4 is probably my favorite, then 5 and 6. I do actually really like 6 a lot just because Curse of Michael Myers is like very Halloweeny, even though it's like filmed out in Utah or whatever. I do like that movie just because it has good Halloween vibes and it's fun and I don't know, it has a good Halloween vibe. The shape is very portly. The mask, better than probably some of the other sequels, but I think I like it. I always enjoy watching Halloween 6 Curse of Michael Myers right around this time of year. Now, do I like the theatrical or the P cut? Eh, I mean, they both have their own, I don't know, pluses and minuses and all that, like there's certain things I like about the theatrical and there's certain things I like about the P cut. Like I would like to do an ultimate cut of like all the things, like take the things that I like from the theatrical and then the P cut and put them together into one movie and just, make that a DVD that I pop in every Halloween or whatever. But I could take either one. I like both. I'm not an asshole. Like I'll fucking watch both. You know what I mean? I will watch both. Um what are your all's thoughts on the Thorn trilogy? I'm gonna get this thing to fucking stick here. I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. I'm gonna get it to work. There we go. What are your all's thoughts? What are your like? Do you like Jamie Lloyd? Do you like, the expansion of the mythology, the Myers mythology, like the direction they took it? I know, like one of the things that bugs me about the curse of Michael Myers is that they got another actress to play Jamie Lloyd because I guess what I hear is that they offered um what's her name? They offered the original actress, a certain amount of money. She thought that was like lowballing her, like she thought, I'm coming back for a third time here. I deserve a certain amount of money, and they did not agree, and so therefore, she was not going to be in 6, and so they got some generic actress, and that takes me out of the story. I really feel like it would have been a more cohesive Thorn trilogy if they had um, the original actress back, But we got, like when I watch Curse of Michael Myers, I kind of just like imagine that it's, the original actress in the role or whatever. But what's the guy? I forgot my phone. Hang on, let me grab it. All right, back. Um, As you guys all know, I have a terrible memory, so I'm always forgetting shit. Let me look up. Let's see. Halloween. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So basically, I'm just basically what I'm doing is just kind of warming up a little bit here, just talking about the Thorn trilogy a little bit, because obviously we're existing in an alternate timeline with the new series. So we got so we have moved. So essentially, Blumhouse, David Gordon Green has eliminated the whole Thorn trilogy altogether. And actually, they got rid of Halloween 2 as well, which is kind of weird, I always thought, just because you're getting rid of something that John Carpenter himself wrote, like, granted, maybe he didn't like that movie so much and he kind of did it under duress and he's like, okay, I got to do this thing. And it wasn't really the best. And I was just rewatching Halloween 2 last night and I was like, okay, I could see there's some flaws in this movie, but I do love it just because it kind of, well, because I grew up with it, obviously, but I do kind of love it just because I love the like linear sort of continuation from the first movie right into the next one, and it's very 80s and all that stuff too. So, you know, I will always love the original Halloween 2. But now that's been deleted from the history, and now we're talking about the new lineage, which is, you know, the first David Gordon Green Blumhouse movie came out in 2018, Halloween. I always thought it was weird they didn't give it a surname, like it was like Halloween, like so now we're forced to call it Halloween Reboot or Halloween the new sequel or Halloween 18, I think is what most people call it. And then we get Halloween Kills, and now we're gonna get Halloween Ends in like less than 2 weeks, like 10 days, 9 days, really. So I've been kind of like all over the place with the new Halloween movies. Like I'm always really excited because I'm just really happy to see Michael on screen and like in the theater because I never really got to do that in the 80s. And then, with the subsequent sequels later on in the 90s, it was just like it just wasn't hitting like when I was in the 90s. Like for me in the 90s, I was in high school and my interests were definitely not watching bad Michael Myers movies, you know what I mean? But I probably watched them on VHS or something like that. But those movies, I actually like H2O. Just it's not a bad movie other than they totally fucked up the shape completely. Like just really messed up the mask and the looks and all that. But I mean, I like that. I think that in terms of taking it away from Haddonfield and doing something different with it was like really interesting. And then, Resurrection is what it is and stuff. And, they just milked it until it was dead. And then now we got this new trilogy, right? So, there's been good things, bad things, whatever, I mean, it's not perfect. But one of the things I do really like about the new series is that they got I feel like me personally, I feel like they got the shape right. They got the shape down. I really like James Hugh Courtney. I think, he probably worked with Nick Castle to kind of get the movements down just right. And it seems like he really went method actor on it. And James Hugh Courtney, really kind of embodied the shape perfectly. And then, they got the makeups right. So the mask and everything is really good. I liked the mask in the first in 2018. I liked the mask in Halloween Kills, and now we get a mask for Halloween Ends. And so I affectionately call the mask from Halloween Ends. I call it the bacon shape because it's so fucking extra crispy and fucking gnarly and shit. It looks very bacony, like his face had been frying in a fry pan for like. I think this new movie might be moving ahead in the timeline a couple of years or something. Like, I feel like they're gonna be spacing some distance between Halloween Kills and then the new movie where him and Michael and Laurie finally like face off, whatever. So, but I'm looking at the mask and I'm thinking it's very. The first thought that came to my head was it looks like a piece of. It looks like it just reminded me of bacon, and so I just started calling it the bacon shape. So I bought a bacon shaped mask, and I just thought we would talk about it, or I would just talk about it. Let me have a sip of beer here real quick. Mm. Beer. Um, let's start by talking about the Halloween Kills mask, which I got right here. This is Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Kills mask, and I think it looks great. Like let me back up a little bit here. We've all seen this already, of course. We've all seen the amazing, rehauls that everybody's done. I think the mask from Halloween Kills looks amazing in the movie, but when Tots fucking dropped this mask, I was like, I don't know, man. It don't look great, in real life. Like hanging on a hook, hanging on a peg in a Party City or in Spirit Halloween or whatever. I was like, it's very yellow around here and stuff, and it just felt like the hair. I don't mind. The hair is actually pretty good. They got this nice burn, matted burn stuff. Like I like this. The hairs on the masks that they've done for these new 3 movies is way better than the stuff that they were doing for any of the previous movies and stuff, where it's really nappy and just doesn't. It takes you out of the nice sculpt. So like, if you bought one of the like Halloween 1, Halloween 2 masks off the fucking peg, you gotta like do a lot of like work on it to make it look like it's not a cheap piece of garbage from China or something, you know what I mean? So the hair is cool on these newer ones and stuff, but also another thing to point out too, it also is the Halloween 2018 mask, significantly smaller in shape of the head, no pun intended, that you can pull over it, like the Halloween, the Halloween original, Nick Castle mask and the Halloween 2 masks and stuff that Tots were making were significantly larger than 2018 masks. You could see hold up next to each other side by side. You could see that the Halloween 2018 mask was like really smaller, like it was sculpted for a smaller head. And then this mask came out, and I'm going to take this off because I think I really need these. And then this mask came out, and this is actually bigger than the 2018 mask, slightly bigger. And then, obviously they updated it from a profile view, looks pretty damn good, but it's very yellow. But the details are all there. So like you get, obviously these are pulled from, I guess, the molds, whatever. And you can basically doctor them to look really, really good if you want to spend the time doing it. But I've enjoyed having this sitting on my shelf. I remember when it first came out, messaging my buddies who are, horror fans and stuff. I'm like, I don't know, this don't look that great. It kind of looks like dog shit. I think it's just the paints are really like, there's no subtlety in there. There's no like, everything, all the burn marks and stuff, and it just all feels very isolated. There's no nuance there. I guess that's best you can hope for from a factory, but um, it kind of grew on me a little bit. I bought this mask because I shit on it pretty hardcore. I shit on it when it came out, but I bought it because I thought, when I'll get a mask and then I'll rehaul it myself personally later. I'll rehaul it, which I still plan. I actually really want to do. I think I could pull off a rehaul. I have enough creative skills to pull off a rehaul with some airbrushing and nice minute detail painting and making it a little nicer. Um, it kind of grew on me sitting on my shelf looking at it over the course of a year. I got this one right when Halloween Ends came out, and I've been looking at it pretty much every day for a year. Um, this is so, like, I don't know, just really, there's no subtlety, but I guess all the ingredients are there that you can work with and kind of make it your own, right? So, when this came out, I think I paid like $65 plus tax. All right. So I thought that was, actually more expensive than I was expecting, because like usually Tots masks are like, I used to be right around $50, $55. And then you would assume that you go to like a Party City, or you go to Spirit Halloween, September, October, November, September, October, really. They're gonna mark it up $10 and make a little money off it or whatever. And it's the convenience of like just taking it home instead of like ordering it and having to wait for it and all that. I bought it, $65 plus tax. So it was probably like, $68, $69, something like that. And, whatever, fine. Moving on from that, so this is the new Halloween Ends mask. And when they released the images of this mask to promote it, Tots did, I was like, ugh. I wasn't really vibing on it. I mean, the images and the stills and stuff that the fucking studios are putting out, I mean, it makes sense. I understand it's the fucking Micah Myers mask is, it's going through hell. So we know that has to devolve into something more sort of pitiful, leading into the next movie. They always change the mask every movie, because it's a new item to sell. It's like, whenever you have a new Avengers movie, they have the new characters that are going to sell action figures, right? But, change the mask just enough to, have it be a new makeup for the movie and also sell a product to the customer. And when I first saw it, I was like, it was more to me. It reminded me of like Crypt, like an old Crypt mummy kind of look. Dry. It looked really, really dry to me. And it looks very dry in person. Believe me, it's like, you could see this guy fucking walking out of a Egyptian tomb with a bunch of cobwebs or something. So it's very dry looking. All this white stuff that's supposed to be ash is just like cobwebby, fibrous, cobwebby, like that cheap stuff you like Halloween cobwebs you buy. It's like that glued on, essentially. It doesn't look terrible. When I looked at it, I've been to Spirit Halloween probably like, I don't know, 3-4 times since they opened in like second week of October. And I looked at this thing hanging on the peg and I was like, I don't know if I want it. And it was $80. 80. So you went from 65 up to $80 for the newest Halloween mask. And that was really honestly like a very big deterrent for me from buying it just on the spot. And I was like, I don't know if I like it enough. But I looked at it a couple times and I was like, let me get an impression how I feel about it. Like, is this something I actually want to own, or do I just kind of want to, admire it from afar, or just it doesn't suck, And honestly, like, I was kind of like, maybe it's part of like me getting excited for like the new movie, but I was like, if thinking about it, I was like, I kind of want to own that thing. I kind of want it. So I went to Spirit Halloween today. I pulled the trigger. I bought it. And I don't feel any regrets. I feel like $80 is a little expensive. I think $70 would have been more reasonable. I think I would have felt better about the purchase if it was just 70, but it was $80. So it's a little pricey. But you're ending a trilogy, and I wanted to get one before they sold out. I would have thought maybe because it's been like 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks since I went to the Spirit Halloween for the first time. I saw them out on the shelf, and I was like, they're going to sell out. Because I remember 2018 sold out really quick. And then I think there was another wave. And I was like, okay, this is probably going to sell out pretty quick because it's the end of a trilogy. Stuff. Party City and Spirit Halloween never sold out. There was always a couple, 2, 3 on the shelf. So I don't know if they're going to maybe like, let's see, in maybe another week or two, maybe after the movie comes out, maybe they'll disappear. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab one while I still can. I'll pay the $80. I'll have it. Maybe I'll rehaul it. I don't know. I never even got around to rehauling the Halloween Kills mask, but I don't really think it would take too much to rehaul both of these. But it looks pretty good on camera, honestly. It looks pretty good. Now, this mask, actually, one thing I did notice is that, okay, so we get the Kills mask, and I'm looking at them. So from Halloween 2018 to this one, there's an incremental enlargement. So this one is bigger than the 2018 mask, and this one is actually bigger than the Halloween Kills mask. I don't know why, but they're definitely bigger. They're definitely bigger. I can tell, like just holding them in front of me. I know it's hard to tell on camera or whatever, but because I can't get them perfect in shot. But this one's definitely bigger than this one. I wonder why that is. Like, if they're all like kind of shaped for James Jude Courtney, then why would this one be? Or sorry, this one. Why would the new one be bigger? I don't know. But it doesn't bother me. I don't really care, But when it's weird, when I go back, I was in Spirit Halloween today, and I was like kind of looking at handling a 2018 mask. It's so small compared to these ones. It just seems really so much smaller. If you put a 2018 mask on your head, I mean, I know I got a beard and everything, but I don't have a huge head or anything like that. But it's just squeezing that shit on your head. Obviously designed for James Jude Courtney. And then, this one, I was like, oh, it seems a little bigger. This one, it's bigger. It's bigger. So that's an interesting, observation. I don't know if that'll get addressed in a podcast somewhere. I know Sean Clark does I think it's called Malfunction, or the thing with two heads. He does a podcast with the guy who does all the Halloween masks for this new trilogy. And so I don't know, like I always try to watch that show. I've never heard him address head sizes. It's possible I missed it. If you have heard a reason why they're enlarging, please, comment on the video. Let me know. But essentially, this one's bigger, like twice as big, I think, probably. But anyway, it's a pretty cool mask. I like it. It's cool. The hairline, the hair is definitely a seller for me, and I think it looks good in person. Like I've been looking at it for 4, 5, 6 hours, sitting on my bar, just kind of like looking at it and stuff. And it's like I like it. It's groovy. It's gory. It's something different, And I don't have any regrets spending $80 on it. So, you just gonna have to decide for yourself. Is this something I want to own? I'm like, I'm gonna get one. Fuck it, But interesting mask, and I'm excited to see the movie when it comes out on the 13th. Me and some friends are gonna go, and that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much else to say about it. I mean, I kind of wish the white stuff was like, I don't know, something. I don't know. It's not that bad. It's maybe something, a different type of material or something. I don't know why they did away. Like, this is like all the white stuff kind of filled in this hole. Kind of seems like they would have put some like blood, like brownish dried blood, to kind of follow along, and then maybe threw some white stuff on top of it. Um, Maybe that's a plot point in the movie that I'm not quite aware of yet, but I'm kind of missing a blood over here. Some like brown dried blood would have been cool. I think the charred neckline's cool, and the melted ear is kind of dope too. But it's not bad. It's not bad. So back, like I said, the hair is definitely a good selling point for me because most of the early Halloween masks that they sell, Halloween and Halloween 2, like they're always the hairlines. Like you go to the store to buy one, and it's just very nappy. You could see where they left a whole row out to save money. And you're like, I guess I'm gonna have to like fucking turn into a hairdresser to make this thing look good, Like I just wish they would look really good at coming off the shelf. You know what I mean? I don't know what Trick or Treat Studios has to do to rectify that fucking terrible Halloween mask hair on Halloween and Halloween 2 masks that they do. But fix that, please. Figure out something. If I can grab one real quick, let me show you. Hang on, I got it right here. All right, so this is my Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2 mask, and the hair just fucking bums me out, dude. And am I supposed to send this thing away to some fucking dude in his garage and to spend $300 to make the hair look good? I mean, if it was more matted down, and they did some twisties on the side, like, just a little bit, something would go a long way, I feel like. But like, always in the back, they always, they cut out a line of hair because I know it's cheaper, because they go, okay, we could save a lot of money on hair if we just fold this down. Nobody's going to know the difference, Fine, but, make the hair look good, like coming off the peg. Like when I go into, like, if I'm ordering off the website, I ordered this one. This Halloween 2 mask came from Trick or Treat Studios website. I ordered this last year, maybe 2 years ago. They were having a sale. I think I got it for $5 off or something. And I was like, I don't have a Halloween 2 mask yet. So I got this one, left the tag on. It's not that mask or anything, but the hair is so fluffy. It's like I feel like I'm petting a cat. It's like, can you guys figure out something with the hair? This hairline's really, really harsh. Would it cost you that much more money to kind of like soften this up a little bit, make it a little bit more believable? I like the flesh neckline and all that. It's cool, but let's see if we can get a size comparison here. Let's see. I guess you can't really do it on, I don't know. So this one, these are going to be both going to be closer together in size. Definitely, I think these are definitely almost perfectly sized together. Like they're really close. Let's see this one. Okay, Halloween Kills mask. Sorry, I bumped my microphone there. So yeah, no wait, sorry. What am I doing? I meant to grab too many masks floating around here. Halloween 2 mask. Let's see. So if I'm looking at these, Yeah, Halloween 2 mask has got probably like, let's see, I don't know. Let me see if I can get this right. This is ear to ear, so if you can see it, um, I guess it seems really close on camera, but this one is definitely smaller. This one's got about an extra half an inch on the chin, and it's wider in the face. Can we get the hair to look more like this one on this one when going forward? Trick or Treat Studios, like, can you do that? Like, this mask right here is like more on point than this. This thing of the fluffy hair thing sucks, dude. You know, like, I'm not a hairdresser, so even if I was, this isn't real hair. So how the hell am I gonna make this look good sitting on my shelf? This is like sitting in my closet because I don't like the way the hair looks. It just cheapens a great mask. You know, fix it. I would pay an extra $10 a mask if you could fix this one and make the hair awesome. And I had to pay an extra $10 for that. I would do it. Just be like, you know, I'm not going to spend $300 for some dude in his garage with fucking paints and like an airbrush and shit to like change this for me. You know, like I understand that's like basically like a horror industry at this point on Etsy and stuff, and like those guys make those masks look awesome. But you know, for the average buyer out there, he's spending $65 on a mask. Like we don't, and we got to ship it over to you, and then we got to wait 3-4 months, and they send it back, and then we're supposed to orgasm over it because we spend another $250 for this guy to make it look like look, dude, Mr. Trick or Treat Studios, like, fix the hair at least. You know what I mean? Please, I'm begging you. Like, release a new line of the original Halloween and Halloween 2 masks that have better hair than this, because this is some messed up shit. You know, I would spend $80 on a mask, you know, Halloween 2 masks that had better hair for $15 more, you know, instead of like having this like nappy shit. You know, the rest of the mask is fine. I like it, you know, pretty decent paint job and all that, but it's like, how are we supposed to deal with this fro-ish hair? You know what I mean? It's very annoying. So I don't know. Maybe you could figure out a way to like get a spray, soften the hairline, get a spray, add some texture in there, mat it down a little bit, do the twisties in the back. I know that can't be impossible for a huge Halloween reseller like you, or not reseller, but distributor of, you know, you guys are like the biggest fucking Halloween mask distributor in the whole world, probably. Definitely United States. Like, you can't figure that out. You know, call it like Halloween 2 remastered mask, and then give it a decent hair job. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking as a fan. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, so yeah, one more look, and then I'm gonna end it. It's a quiet Tuesday night. Nobody's really out there watching. So, Halloween Ends mask. All in all, $80 plus tax at Spirit Halloween. There's no shortage that I can tell in my town. They had them at Party City and they had them at Spirit Halloween. So, you know, no buyer's remorse here. I just, you know, there were some minor gripes here or there, but I'm glad to have it in my collection. So there you go. Let me know if you guys are going to go out and see the movie Halloween Ends on October 13th, the opening night, day, whatever, midnight, October 13th, whatever you're going to do. Go with your friends, go see it. Let me know what you think. Here's the back. One thing I did notice is that, just pull this off the stuffing here real quick. There was some writing in here. Where is it? course, we got the Trick or Treat Studios stamp. And oh yeah, I was looking in here earlier. I saw this. Let's see. Kind of hard to get to. It's by the eyeball. Get a number. So, sorry. Trying my best. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a mask aficionado, so it says it's really hard to turn one of these inside out, I guess. Let's see. $332, $33.32, and there's another number here. Let me just read it to you. 32.42. So what does that mean? Is that like a production thing? Like, what does that mean? Anybody know? I'm just curious. I'm sure it's something important, but if anybody works in the industry or, has gotten a, has already figured that out and wants to let me know, like, I'm just curious to know. As a fan, I just like to know. Just shoot it in the comments. And, yeah, man, let me know. So that's it. That's my Halloween ends mask review. And I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, guys, stay awesome. Stay R-rated. And let me see. Where's the new outro? This one right here. Cheers.